Yo, what's going on? It's Keith from Black Quarterback Series, and today we're doing Baltimore's schedule release. They should win at least 14 games. Let's talk about it. So they kick off the season in Indianapolis at Indy, September 13th, week 1. They should get that game. I don't see why they shouldn't get that game. Indianapolis don't know who they're gonna be, and Baltimore don't know who they're gonna be yet under their new coach. But at the very least, they should be able to beat Indianapolis, right? So then you gotta give me against the Saints. Should get that. Dallas, you should get that against Dallas as well. I don't know why Dallas would be a hard competitor. Normally, Baltimore plays well against Dallas. Not Texans. The Titans, you'll get that one. Atlanta, you should get that one. The first loss, I think, and it's quite possible they might lose the next two or three. But one of the losses I can see is all of the division opponents. I always say I split the divisions. I don't even try to make it act like the division or games or something that I really should be thinking about too much. So for the sake of argument, they're going to win or lose either of the next two games. So let's say they win both of those. They both win Cleveland and they beat the Bengals. So let's say they both win those games, but they end up losing the other ones towards the end of the season. Let's just go with that. So you're looking at the first month of not losing a game, about the month and a half, and then the Buffalo game is up in the air. I can't in good conscience say that they're going to lose against Baltimore or going to lose against the Bills, because the only reason they lost against the Bills to begin with is because John Harbaugh was terrible. That was the only reason they lost it to begin with last season. It was like 40-something. They ended up losing. So I got to give Baltimore that one. And so Jacksonville, the Chargers, Carolina, and the Texans. I feel like they could lose sneaky. You got to put some bad losses in here because they're going to have some bad losses, right? I can see them losing to Jacksonville. Taking Jacksonville lightly because they're freaking Jacksonville. And losing that game and losing to the Chargers. So you're talking about a 2-game win streak after winning your first 8 games. So I could definitely see that. And then they beat Carolina. They beat Houston. And you're looking at 10-2 on the bye, going into the bye? 10-2 going into the bye week. I don't think that's necessarily too bad. They could really, if they're undefeated. I was looking at Wonder Kid talk about this. If they're undefeated going into the bye, there's no reason they can't go undefeated the whole rest of the year. I'm not even gonna let my mind get to that because I'm not even gonna let my mind get to that. So, damn. So then we're coming off the bye. We face the Bucks. You face Pittsburgh. You face Cleveland. You face Cincinnati. It's just all division. It's all division. All division after the Bucks. So you're talking about Pittsburgh, Cleveland again, Cincinnati again, and probably primetime Sunday night at as we talked about in my last video. I don't know if it's out yet when I put this out. When I did the primetime games, those games they have a certain set of games on their schedule to where they're going to put those games in week 17. I think this Pittsburgh game is probably going to be one of them. So looking at your schedule, I possibly see them losing to Cincinnati once, probably Cleveland. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Cincinnati, Cleveland, Jacksonville. That's really to be for real. Those, I can legit see them going undefeated. I can see them going undefeated. That might be Keith, you doing too much. You're thinking about it too much, but I truly can see them going undefeated on this schedule and only losing 5 games at the most. 5 games at the most. But if you nail me down and say, Keith, how many games you gonna think they winning? I'm going to say 14. I'm gonna say 14-4 or 14-3. I think they play 17 games. I think they play 17 games if I'm not mistaken. 14-3, 14-3, 14-4, something like that. So that's what I got for Baltimore. Let me know what you guys think their record is going to be, and I'll talk to you guys later on in the week. Expect post all week about the schedule. Expect. I know it's Wednesday when this comes out, but go back and look at my shorts tab. I've been putting out shorts about all these games. Go check that out. Peace.